Right. Hello. I'm going to be starting reading section one. In order to succeed, both as an effective leader and a student, one must work at taking control of their own learning. I will help my student become self-learning, uh, self-directed, and self-regulated learners by providing them with the basics of knowledge and leave it open to them to determine their own ideas and ways of doing things. I work with individuals who are forced to attend class by the organization to become better construction workers by taking their time to allow them to find a process that work for them will ensure that they are self-directed and self-regulated. I will provide them with all the tools necessary to be successful in the trade, but it is ultimately up to them to become the type of apprentice they see fit. Some venture of and become efficient at certain trade like hanging drywall, while others become efficient of reading blueprints and directing staff by allowing individuals to find their fit. They become independent and self-efficient. As an instructor, I will work diligently to empower my student and be a great support system throughout their journey. Section 2. As an instructor, it is my responsibility to promote a positive learning environment in the classroom. I will always try to build a classroom with the clear rules and procedures. I will also continue to ensure that student know I am a strong support system no matter their background, experience, language, skills, and ability. As an effective leader, I tend to pair up individuals by their experience and knowledge. I like to group stronger individual with the weaker one to ensure that the weaker ones is supported and show how to do things. I run my classroom in a very democratic way. Individuals are to respect each other' opinion as well as being open to speak up, express thoughts, and ask for further explanations. If it's something is not understand to, I will like to ensure that my students feel comfortable enough to raise their hands and address their issues. When it is come to incorporating a great learning system, one must be available outside of the classroom as well. I ensure that my students have my contact information and I am more than willing to answer questions and guide them through projects on job site. My organization has also ensured that the job site managers work with the instructor to ensure a streamlined process. If a job site managers feel an individual needs more training, it is their responsibility to reach out and we will be more than willing to schedule the session and ensure that the student is well trained. Section 3. Technology can give teachers and the students a great resources, new opportunities for learning, ways to collaborate and create. Technology is every powerful when it comes to how I teach a student. Technology has helped me improve teaching and learning all around. By incorporating technology in the classroom, it is all allow me to involve the students in open discussion, provide out class experience, and engage in audio and visualization outside of textbooks, materials, technologies, and the classroom can help support the student by keeping learning fresh. It brings fun, exciting experiences to the classroom, which in turn engage a student more, improves knowledge retentions, and encourage individual learning. Technology in the classroom helps manage student learning by conducting teacher check-ins after technology is used within the classroom. I take the time to ensure that the students are comfortable with the material presented. This allows the, the two them to share ideas and open discussions and allow me to better understand weaker areas in training. I also utilize technologies to manage attendance and grades. A student is able to track their productivity throughout the course, which in turn allow them to see a live grade and not have to wait into the end of the class session. Technology has also helped enhance my classroom. I am able to show students what they need to learn and comprehend, as well as real life job example. This has expanded knowledge and better understanding. Section 4. I will use technologies to help promote self-directed learning and increase motivation of students to learn by allowing the student to figure out what works best for them when it comes to performing. This brings a sense of independence. This type of process keeps student engage and provide them with the ability to inquire straight a strategy that works for them. And I will use technologies to provide tools necessary to be successful in the class and on the floor. It will be up to the student to find their strong point in a process that works for them. Utilizing the skill presented, they can find solution to solve problems and encounter involve their learning and encourage process improvement throughout their career. Technologies can support lifelong self-directed learning beyond the regular classroom. Students can now go on our organization websites and find training materials as well as example of how to perform tasks. This gives the student the opportunity to retain as much knowledge as possible to be successful. We encourage the student to YouTube videos as well as search proper way of doing things, learning those not stop when students leave my classroom. They are encouraged throughout their career to continue to seek further knowledge and expand their skill set during class. I go over all free open educational resources. We also use technologies to network. It can be used to share ideas and work with real uh, audiences outside the classroom. This is made possible by social site available to a student. Self-directed learning give us a clear understanding of the relationship between learning and technologies. Technologies has modernized the classroom setting and has made it much easier to promote self-directed learning. Section 5. My organization does not provide technological resource to help diverse or disabled students. However, in order to be an effective teacher, I believe it is the responsibility of the instructor to recognize and accommodate individuals with the learning disabilities. One way I ensure materials is understood by everyone in using technologies to promote further examples outside of the textbooks and also visual and audio examples of a task being demonstrated. This allow all learners to engage on what they see fit. Some learners like to read and materials, others need visual examples along with step-by-step procedure. I try and I adjust my classroom to fit student needs. If an individual does not understand English too well, I will hang out information in their native language as well as YouTube site where they can search for a uh, breakdown of procedures in their language. If an individual is allowed to catch on, and I will take the time to ensure that that individual stays after class hours to discuss their the struggle one of one on. I also make myself available via emails and social network site if the individual feel lost and unable to communicate this to me in person. They can always address their issues via email. Thank you.